Top 5 Pricing Strategy Research Topics. Psychological pricing strategy, influence on consumer behavior and purchase intent. This study investigates how psychological pricing strategies, such as charm pricing, price anchoring, and decoy pricing, impact consumer perception and decision-making. The research evaluates the psychological triggers that guide consumer behavior and assesses how businesses across sectors use these techniques to boost sales. The paper will include experimental and survey data to determine the effectiveness and boundaries of such tactics. Impact of competitive pricing strategy on brand perception in saturated markets. In highly competitive and saturated markets, firms often resort to aggressive pricing strategies to maintain market share. This research explores how such competitive pricing strategies affect brand image, consumer trust, and perceived value. Through surveys and case studies, the paper will evaluate whether lower prices help or hurt brand equity and what trade-offs companies face in adopting price-led competition. The influence of social media and online reviews on pricing strategy formation. In the digital age, pricing strategies are increasingly influenced by user-generated content, peer reviews, and social media discourse. This study investigates how consumer feedback online can affect perceived value and trigger price changes. The paper explores how companies monitor digital sentiment to adapt their pricing strategy and how online reputation may justify price premiums or require discounts. It includes both qualitative analysis and social listening case studies. Luxury branding and premium pricing strategy, creating perceived value beyond cost. Luxury brands rely heavily on premium pricing strategy not just to cover costs, but to signal exclusivity, quality, and status. This research analyzes how luxury companies justify high price points, the psychological triggers behind consumer acceptance, and the role of storytelling, heritage, and design in supporting perceived value. The study includes comparative analysis across fashion, automotive, and hospitality sectors. Crisis response and pricing strategy, how companies adapt during economic downturns. Economic crises force companies to rethink their pricing strategy to maintain revenue while supporting customer retention. This research explores how businesses adjust prices during periods of inflation, recession, or pandemic-induced market shocks. It assesses the success of strategies like price freezes, discounting, and value bundling while analyzing consumer response and brand loyalty. Real-world examples will highlight best practices and lessons learned from past crises. Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.